Well, hey there. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, but you can call me Pajama Grandma. In case we haven't met yet, go ahead and put hashtag pajama in the comments below so I know it is the first time you are hearing my voice, seeing my face, or experiencing the Pajama Grandma. Today is a cat-cow day. I just think it's funny. My daughter's trying to teach me yoga, and it's that in and of itself is hilarious. Anyway, lose the glasses. I am still fighting this cold, and so I've got a bit of a foggy head, and my eyes hurt, so I was wearing my sunglasses until I got ready to chat with you. And then I don't need my sunglasses anymore. Just my coffee to keep my throat clear. And today's amazing topic for day 11 of Supersizing Your Business, our Supersize Your Business Challenge. Now, you might be wondering, what the heck is ICA or DC? What does that mean? What does it have to do with supersizing my business? How can this be the next step in my supersizing my business process? Grandma, let me know because I want to know. ICA, actually it's a newer term. I always heard it referred to as dream client. I call them dream customers, dream clients, but ICA is a term that is also used to stand for the same thing, ideal client or ideal customer avatar. And I think that one of the best, and there's tons, all you have to do is Google dream client, dream customer avatar, and you'll get all kinds of worksheets and things that can help you identify who your ideal customer is, who your best customer is. And you might be thinking, all right, best customer, what does that mean? Why do I need to identify that? Why do I need a worksheet to identify that? Why do I even want to know who my ideal customer is? Well, if you've been in business for any period of time, or if you're thinking of starting a business, one of the fastest, easiest, best ways to supersize your business beyond being yourself is to pick a group of people that you want to serve and work with. And that group should be people that you love to work with, because otherwise life can be really long and really miserable. I, in the past, like most business owners, have done business with people and with customers that kind of suck. Not kind of suck, totally suck the life out of you or out of your business and your employees. I'd like to share a couple of little stories about that. Early on in the Italian food business, we had a customer, and it was a big customer. It was actually a food chain, a grocery store chain, that represented about 70% of our gross sales. And this customer, we'd had them for over 2 decades, and some changes happened in their ownership. They were actually purchased by another bigger conglomerate, and their whole corporate value system and demeanor and what they were rewarded for as managers in that organization changed. And they went from being our favorite, best customer to our worst customer in a very short period of time, because they wanted to change the rules of the game. They wanted to tell us what they were going to pay us for our handmade Italian foods. And unfortunately, in the food industry, like every other industry, prices change and costs of raw materials change and everything changes. So after a year, we made a price increase, and most businesses in the food industry are changing their prices all the time. They might change their prices from week to week, from delivery to delivery. But we, my philosophy was we go as long as we can, and then when we have to make a price change, we make a price change, which probably wasn't the smartest thing from my standpoint or from our profitability standpoint, but it was just my way of doing that in the business. We made a price change, and this customer wouldn't honor it. They didn't do it. They paid the old price for a long, long time. And frankly, I was afraid to push it and draw the line in the sand and say, you need to honor our price increase or we're not going to do business with you anymore. And it got to be, a long time, way too long. I don't even want to confess to how long I let it go on. But at the point that it became a burden for us financially and for my employees, I drew that line in the sand, and I let this customer know that we could no longer do business with them if they weren't going to honor our way of doing business, and if they didn't want to see us be able to stay in business because we were not profitable. We were actually losing money every time we made a delivery to them. And I wasn't willing to lose my business or put my employees' livelihood risk because this one customer's, or it was really one person in an organization who wanted to look good in the new corporate organization. That's what it bottom line boiled down to ego. And I made the ultimatum, and they stopped being our customer. They never paid the back money, they never paid us, and they just stopped being our customer. And it was probably the scariest thing I ever did. But within a month, we had acquired another customer that more than made up for that loss of income. And they ended up being an awesome customer, our dream customer, for years and years to come after that. But it was the fear of thinking I couldn't lose this customer who was treating us really badly and was not good for our organization that prevented me from doing it in the first place when I should have. And so, you know, all of us went up and put up with months and months, actually a year, of misery because I was afraid to let that client go, to let that customer go. So this topic of dream customer, ideal customer, is so key and so important. You can create a really successful monetary business, but if you're working with people that suck the life out of you, it can literally kill you. I was working in an industry where what I had to do every day and the people I was interacting with were super duper bad for me, and that led to some major health challenges. So I think it's really critical that you identify who you most want to serve and work with, because that's what will be the difference between happiness in your success or actually health challenges and misery in your success. And there's nothing worse than finding yourself with a whole boatload of clients or customers that you can't stand working with. It makes every time you go into your business or work with your business or interact with them absolutely miserable, and life is too short to ever be miserable. So how do you identify who your ideal customer or your dream customer is? Well, again, there's lots of worksheets out there that help you do that, but basically you want to ask yourself, who do I love to work with the most? If you've already got customers, just think about the characteristics of your favorite customer. Pick one sex and do it for that person. And if you actually deal with and sell to both sexes, pick one of each sex or one of each sex and a gender neutral nowadays, whatever works for you. And just list out and go through one of these worksheets. I recommend the one from Getting Clients Without Being Salesy. It's called the ICA. And if you sign up for their mailing list, you will get that as a free bonus. And I've been through that several times. As I change and mature, the ideal client and how specific and clear I get on who my ideal client is changes. Not a lot, but a little bit. I mean, her name's still Chris, and she's got a lot of the same characteristics, but some of the values and some of her ways of being and some of the psychographic, emotional things about her change. But just go through and list all those things out, as many things as you can. The more you can make her or him feel like a real person, the more you'll communicate with all your customers as if you're talking just to that ideal client. The more you'll make decisions for your company and supersize your business based on that ideal client. What are her problems? What are her needs? How would she feel if you added this to your product or service offering? And it just makes decision making easier, and it makes life and your business a whole lot more fun. So today's challenge is to start writing down the specific characteristics of your dream client, your ideal client. Give her a name, give him a name. What does he like to do? Is he married? Is he single? Has he gone to college? What's his level of education? What are his favorite things? What is his characteristic? How brand conscious is he? How old? Does he have kids? How does he think? How does he feel about certain topics? Does he have a political affiliation? Does he have a religious affiliation? Whatever it is for yours. Like I said, go find one of the worksheets, fill it out. It will be the best use of your time today in terms of starting to select and only work with the people that you love to work with. And if you find that you got a whole bunch of people that you don't love to work with, don't worry, because that's easy to change too. I found that out. That's it. Have an awesome day. I will see you tomorrow with the next step in supersizing your business. Have an awesome day.